Hey everyone, this is Nick from Mecha Warehouse, and we're back with weekly update number 22. So let's jump right into it. Week in review. This is the part where I talk about things that happened this week, and a lot of stuff happened this week, or at least some, maybe not a lot, but a few things that were all pretty big and quite interesting to talk about. So first off, really interesting. The sign is finally out. Like, we don't have a sign up above our space, but the plaza or whatever you want to call it, there's a registry sign or whatever up at the front, and I noticed earlier this week that our name was finally on it, or something close to our name. They misspelled it. Mecca Warehouse. They never sent me a proof. I don't know how that works. The landlord was working through it. It's fixed, in like 24 hours. I had a replaced sign up there. Not quite the Mecca that we were looking for, although maybe this is the Mecca, so to speak, for some people. But I don't know, a little interesting tidbit. I thought it was going to take another 6 months to get it fixed, but it was done fast. So that was great. The other kind of smaller thing, but still maybe interesting, is we've been working on updating and reorganizing some of the shelves. If you've been on social this week, you probably saw we posted pictures of both an updated 30-minute missions accessory pack section. We've got some wire shelves that let me kind of pack them in, and really saves on the picking orders end, because you no longer have to reach deep into the shelf. They were kind of stacked like front to back, and this saves a whole lot more space, will let us fit more backup inventory, makes it easier to pick and find things, and just overall great. And it condenses stuff in from multiple shelves, so we should free up some space for that big order coming in April, which is a good thing. And I did something similar for one of the mid shelves, which actually let me put some of the action bases below some of the tools and accessories. I have more shelves coming in. Plan on doing this for some more stuff, and we'll probably continue to play with how things are organized, but looking forward to making a little bit more space and being ready to bring more things into the warehouse, which is generally a good thing. I've got a lot more ideas on how to save space, and the longer I can hold out here versus having to lease maybe a bigger space, the better. Keep expenses down, and the more stuff I can bring in, the better it is for everybody, I think. And then finally, the real big thing, the most exciting thing this week, is the new website is up. If you haven't checked it out yet, if you didn't see the video on Tuesday when we put it up, or if you didn't see any of the other stuff that I sent out there, the new website is up. I think it's amazing compared to the old website. It looks so much better. It's much easier to find things. The filtering system lets you find things. You can filter out of stock items. Really commonly requested feature. The site looks great. We got some awesome artwork done by Nickel Models, one of our sponsored builders, who does some artwork for me. It's just so much better on so many different levels. So if you haven't checked it out, definitely do. So those are the things that happened this week, the main things anyway. Moving on, let's talk about Restocks. So this week is all about decals, Delpi decal, and some detail parts and the like. I'm not going to hold up every decal sheet we got. We got a ton back in stock. We added, I think, close to 30 new items, 30 new decal sheets, I think. There's a 30 new items. There's a lot of new stuff this week. But one of the most interesting things, if you've ordered from us or Delpi Decal directly, is they now come packaged. We still have plenty that we need to work through from before, where it was just a decal sheet and a cover sheet, like a separator. But they are now packaged in these nice sealed plastic packaging. And that's great for me because I don't have to individually count out sheets anymore, or worry about bagging them myself, or Dylan doesn't have to worry about bagging them. So it's a pretty cool thing. So that's pretty exciting. You'll just have to look and see what we got, but we got a lot. We asked for feedback on which decal sheets to get, and we got as many as we could that were in stock and available from what was requested. So that's cool. We also got a lot of detail parts in, including some stuff that we've had and some new stuff. So stuff that we've had, a good example, metal verniers. These are the black version. See if those come in there. So these are like basically little thrusters that you can use to replace the plastic ones that come stock on a kit. We also got some Sazabi and Sinju power cables. These replace the plastic pieces for that. Pretty cool stuff. Hopefully that's focusing okay. So interesting if you're building either of those. I'm not sure which scale these are supposed to be for. Hopefully the listing says. I'm not sure if they're RG or MG. We also got some spikes in, including these new turbine shoulder spikes, the Zaku. It's got some more details and stuff. Pretty cool looking. We also got some mono eye bead pieces, I think. So these are rather than the stickers that we have from Delpi. These come in 2 different sizes and 2 colors, and I think is another great option to kind of replace the mono eye on a suit. We also got a variety of LED products in, several different colors of these magnetic LED packs. And so this is very similar to the Bandai LEDs. The structure of how it goes together, I think, is similar. I think there might be some physical differences in how the plastic pieces actually fit. I'm not 100% sure on that. But what's different about this one is you can use basically a rare earth magnet to turn them on and off. So that should let you turn the LED on without disassembling the whole thing, which is pretty cool. Those kind of a bunch of different colors. We also got some GN drive LEDs that are very similar and have the same feature, which I think are for the MG 00 kits, as well as restocking some of these beam sabers. These are really popular items. The light's kind of washing it out a little bit here, I think. We can never seem to get enough of these in, so this is the item that by the time you're watching this might be out of stock. So if you are interested in it, definitely jump on that ASAP. And that's basically it for restocks. Definitely check out what we got in for waterslide decals. We got a bunch of stuff in. Okay, moving on. Q&A. So we've got 5 questions. We're gonna break into 4 actually this week. It'll be interesting. So the first one up is from MJRL Hobby Stuff, who asks or says, I wanted to ask, did you get any kits from the Gunpla Expo last year? I was able to get a clear MG Barbatos, gold coating HG Yakushiki, and clear RG Justice. And the answer is no. I honestly didn't really pay much attention to it. I'm not really into clear kits and some of those special finish kits. I want to paint things, and it's hard to make those kits look great. Or let me rephrase it. They look pretty good, but they're not as great for customization stuff, which is where I want to head in my building. So I didn't really spend the money. MWG asks, do you plan on having the OG Mecha Warehouse logo stickers in more colors than the 4 you have now? And the short answer is yes. I want to add some colors. Not sure when we'll do it, but it'll be in the works at some point. Next up, Nike 629 asks, what are some things you want to accomplish for Mecha Warehouse through 2021? This is a great question. I always have tons of ideas, tons of things I want to do. Mecha Warehouse is just a small fraction, small tip of the iceberg to what I ultimately want to do with the brand and the business over the coming years. But focusing in on 2021, I've got a few major things I want to accomplish this year that I think I'm on track for. One is obviously growth. I'd like to probably do hopefully at least twice what we did in 2020 and just keep the business growing to help build the resources. Although it's an arbitrary number, so it's who knows? Maybe I'll blow it away. Maybe I won't reach it. I don't even know. But more concrete things. Number one of concrete goals here. One, I would like to have at least one in-person event. I'm hoping for maybe April or May. COVID cases were going down and they're going up again, and I want to make sure we're in a good state when I do that. So I've got to make that call, and I really need to make a decision about what I want to try to do sooner rather than later, because we're kind of running out of time for at least the time frame that I was planning. 2 for concrete goals is I want to finish building out some of the organizational infrastructure here, make things more efficient, finish kind of furnishing, so to speak, and get the space kind of good to go with all the things that I want to do physically for it, at least this year. And then number 3 of things that I want to mention is I'd like to hire another person or two. At some point this year, I want to get some help with video so I can increase the amount of content. I have a lot of content ideas I want to execute on, and the limiting factor is my own time, specifically on the editing side for the most part. I think with some help, I'd be able to use that as a multiplier and get more stuff out there. And I'd like to have more help in the warehouse doing more stuff, which will kind of come with the growth. So those are kind of some of my things I want to accomplish this year. There's a few other things that I just can't talk about yet because they're super secret, and I don't want to spoil the fun when I announce them for real if they happen. And then the last 2 questions kind of go together, so I'm going to answer them together because they're basically the same thing. And one is from Dennis D. Will you ever carry Mecha House inventory like figurines? And the other is from Shizu-san. Any plans on carrying Good Smile Company's Cheeto Serum line? It's similar to Frame Arm Girls. Keep up the great work. And so the answer to both of those is definitely considering. No hard plans, so to speak, on any specific line. But now that the new website is up, that's been the limiting factor on moving forward with starting to try to carry more stuff. And so basically once I get through the next few weeks with these huge restocks that are on the way, then I should be in a good place to start seriously looking at adding new lines, and it should be fun. So I think that's the end of Q&A. If you have a question you want to ask, please go down in the comments below, add your comment, add your question. I would love to answer it, whether it be a question about Mecha Warehouse, myself, whatever, please do. And other than that, I think that's all I got today. So thank you for watching. See you next time.